All right, here we go. We're doing one more video for the day, boys. Yes, this is my third video for the day. Y'all know Vars III, right? Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Look at Vars III. He makes a lot of really good educational content. He's a fucking man. He makes so much good stuff. He's got a lot of YouTube channels dedicated to a bunch of different games. But this one, Vars III, it's all Smash related stuff. Look at these thumbnails. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at all this educational shit that you want to know all about. These characters need reworks. Hardest character in the game to play. Stuff you shouldn't pick up. Why no one plays Pikachu. Yeah, like stuff like that. It's all stuff that's cool to know, especially if you're trying to get into the Smash scene and you want to be more in the know before you go to a tournament, before you actually sink your teeth in. Shout out to Vars. I have a video with him, not to brag or anything. We're kind of like this, we're kind of like this now. So yeah, so he made this video, unfair moves in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So we're going to watch the video, we're going to react, and we're going to see if we agree with what he talks about, and we're going to go into Elite Smash and maybe spam some of these unfair moves. Alright, first 3 moves that come to mind. Chat, you guys can give 1 for this answer. First unfair move that comes to mind as soon as you think of unfair moves. I'm going to give 3. Shulk, monado arts. Steve pressing the B button down and Bowser side B. Let's move it.
Or application. In a competitive game, there's a never continuous
Just Falcon Knee, you're stupid.
balance between Smash Ultimate's another competitive title with a wide selection of characters and an even wider selection of moves. While they more or less attempt to be kept within the scope of their respective categories' functionality,
Mario's
Ultimate has
backer
by
is
far
pretty
the
unfair.
widest scope of what.
It's Bear. Oh!
Alongside that, compared to the likes of League, where champion abilities can be literally anything the character design team wants them to be, constraints for Smash moves are much more structural in that you have a preconceived notion for what to expect from, say, a neutral air to a forward tilt to an up smash.
Video's a bit quiet, my fault. I have it on like max volume though. You gotta blame him.
This often leads to characters having attacks that appear very similar to each other, a notable example being virtually every Fire Emblem sword fighter possessing an arcing half-moon swing for their up aerial, as
Those window wiper up airs are definitely OD.
quite possibly the most unfair move in Smash Ultimate by a significant margin would be Steve's neutral B, more specifically block placement. By consuming materials in his inventory, Steve can place down a block, which
This literally does everything, by the way. The neutral B, it's God. It scales your character to be stronger by holding the B button. You can edge guard with it. You can get at a disadvantage with it. You can zone with it by literally making a wall. You can hold stocks with it way harder. The only thing it doesn't do is juggle, and that is arguable.
she can then
You could sit inside a horse, dude. The Trojan horse technique.
therefore positioning, especially while airborne, represents an instrumental factor in gameplay experience, and the basis by which all other 88 characters are balanced around. Being able to create solid platforms at will, notably in the air, not only doesn't accurately follow Steve's own source material in Minecraft, where you can't place blocks on thin air through normal means, but it grants privileges to the character that fundamentally betray the established rules of the game. Or putting it bluntly, it's just outright not fair. Increasing his offense, increasing his defense, decreasing his opponent's offense, and decreasing his opponent's defense. Block
True.
is literally the equivalent of everyone play fighting with Nerf guns, while Steve comes in with an actual live ammo gun. At the same time,
I will not be going into Elite Smash and playing Steve though.
next move is going to be Snake's Grenade. I'm sure a number of you are surprised to even hear this attack being mentioned, but
You think Snake's grenade is unfair? I think that's the epitome of he needs it. I know it's frame 1, but at least he trades. Whoa, is that a subscribe button? Oh my goodness. I heard people who click this get to see some of the best content on YouTube. Give it a try. Psh, what?
in general, zoners have to relinquish close quarters pressure for their zoning faculty, so the idea is that if a brawler type character can close that distance and stay near their opponent at all times, they should have the upper hand. For most zoners, that dynamic is indeed present. However, part of what puts Snake in the top 5 best characters in the game is due to the fact that he's the only zoner who doesn't have this weakness. It will automatically explode even if it's held in Snake's hand. At the cost of a small amount of damage, Snake is able to break out of any non-true combo, mitigating what would otherwise have maybe been a 40 to 60%.
I cannot stress this enough. He literally needs it, My old buddy was a Snake, man. It was hard to learn the game playing against him. That's fair. He's not a traditional character by any means.
Next move is going to be Sonic's Spin Dash, an attack that, like the previous two, has been notoriously characterized for single-handedly changing the way you have to play the game against him. At a surface glance, there doesn't appear to be much of an issue with this side B. On a fairly decent startup, it does a moderate amount of damage and pops opponents in the air for a potential follow-up attack with any of his aerials. Seems innocuous enough, there are plenty of other burst moves.
The only reason I disagree with the Snake part is because like Snake Grenade is obviously very broken. There's no like argument about that. It's definitely very good, but I think it's one of the more balanced moves. I don't think it's like unfair. Like he has like a frame one escape option. Sure, that's pretty crazy to have, but it's not an escape option. He trades with you, you know, and it's not like it's totally unbeatable. Like you can, like that's like calling like Luigi Cyclone broken because it's a frame one escape option. As an escape option, it's technically better because it's invincible. He doesn't even trade if he hits you with it, you know? There are so many characters that can just like read Snake forward airing. I'm sorry, not forward, am I stupid? That can read Snake just pulling a grenade, grab him, and then instantly throwing him, which will do throw damage, and it'll pop the grenade, which is like maybe 20 plus damage. And you got hit by a grenade, so it's gonna combo into something too. So you can like rack up damage super fast if you read a grenade. Outside of being a frame one escape option, it's still very good, but you know, there's a 4-second timer on the projectile man. Just throw it back at him. I am not in this boat of like Snake Grenade is this god move. It's obviously very good, but I don't think it's unfair.
Such concepts apply to most if not every gap closer in the game. Diddy Kong Side B, Terry Crackshoe, Fox Illusion, Bayonetta EBK, although that one is dubiously punishable, so on and so forth. Alternatively, you can attempt to knock them out of their burst option with a projectile of some sort, as most of them have negative priority or a negative hurt box, meaning even against a weaker move, they could still get knocked out of it. Sonic's spin dash is inherently unfair courtesy of circumventing both weaknesses. All best to say, it's straight up impossible to add a shield Sonic side B. Put together, spin dash is the best burst movement option in the game, and might even be the best side special in the game depending on the situation. Granted, there are many other reasons why Sonic Side B is cracked. Being a burst movement option, it can aid in recovery, breaking zone control, edge guarding, pressuring neutral, and whatnot. Since I'm making a video on unfair moves, I'd be remiss to not include the best combo starter in the game by leaps and bounds, Kazuya's Electric Wind God Fist. If I were to be objective as far as combo starters go, it may statistically not appear to be that much better. Similar grounded scoop ups can put you in a situation equally as punishing and may also be easier to fish for a neutral or have more range. Factor number 1, punishability. Combo starters, especially grounded ones, may be fast and effective when they land, but the obvious—
I like the point he's making right now that most like broken combo starters, or like most good combo starters, are like pretty punishable, but a lot of the best characters in the game don't have their combo starter be punishable. Looking at you, Steve, looking at you, Kazuya, look at you, other broken characters I can't think of off the dome. But Kazuya's Electric is insane because if you shield it, it pushes you out of shield, and it also, if you try to contest it, it's fully intangible and stuns you and 0 to deaths you. Ooh.
This caveat is if they land. If they happen to get blocked, most people can simply grab, up smash, up special, or aerial out of shield and punish them for doing so. The other option is to attempt to strike them first, or with a move that has disjointed range. No such luck for Kazuya's Electric. Factor number 2 is that—
Dude, it does shield damage too. Like, it makes sense that it does shield damage because it hits your shield, but it also pushes you out of shield. Why does it do that?
And attempting to strike first or with the disjoints out of the question as well. He's effectively invincible during the move startup. Any attempts to outspeed him get thrown out the window then and there. Attacking with a disjointed move doesn't work either. He'll just ignore it and go straight through. Then factor number 3, attacking from the air is also a no-go as it has a generous anti-air hitbox. I feel like the biggest offense with this move lies not in its ability to combo you from 0 to death, not entirely at least, rather in that he's allowed to spam the attack at minimal exposure to himself, which only makes the staggering potential reward he gets upon landing it that much more infuriating.
Insane, dude.
Ultimate has no shortage of attacks that can be thrown out without care or consideration for possible repercussion. Next one's not really a move, more a property, but I want to talk about Mythra's foresight. You rarely see people mention—
I like that he's mixing it up and not really going for a move here, but foresight is insane because it's just bats within on crack because it gives you a punish window. There's so many characters that rely on like frame traps and like abusing like characters like air dodge frame data and stuff, right? If you air dodge through my move, you put yourself in a worse situation, or I still get to punish you. But Mythra is just like, oh, actually, I'm in advantage now. GG's. I changed the rules.
But once more, just like with the other moves I talked about, foresight fundamentally overrides one of the core interaction elements in Smash, advantage state. When successfully landing a move on your opponent, the two of you now have transitioned from neutral to advantage and disadvantage state. From here, the options you have vastly outnumber the options your opponent has depending on the situation. Your priority is to maintain advantage by pressing the attack through combos and follow-ups, or by reading the opponent's disadvantage options to then press the attack further. On the other hand, your opponent's priority is to reset back to neutral, minimizing any damage or threat to their stock as quickly as they can. the most straightforward way.
Or if you're greedy like me, fish for reversals the entire game.
In other words, if you're not close to frame perfect on your combos, you'll not only fail to extend your advantage, but you could be thrown into the exact opposite situation of her being in a position to break you apart. An elementary task when you remember she's arguably one of the best jugglers, landing catchers, and tech chasers in the game. Adding further insult to injury, Mythra can initiate a foresight at a shield, giving her the exclusive privilege of being able to punish attacks that are safe on shield. Last one I
think it's super cool when foresight is used intentionally, to be honest, on like projectiles or something. I kind of agree with that. I wish it only worked on projectiles and not normal moves, because I think like characters having like innate counterplay to like projectile spam, which is like an annoying part of the game and it always has been, I feel like that's just a good idea.
Talk about is Shulk's monado arts, shield arts specifically. Next to Steve Block, players generally look to be in agreement that monado arts is by far the best neutral beat in the game for its sheer versatility. It is the very lifeblood that fuels the copium of Shulk mains believing their character is top 5 despite the game being out for 6 years and we still haven't seen a Shulk in top 8 at a P-tier event. Shield art, for one more time, breaks one of the fundamental rules of interactions in Smash. At the expense of practically all of his offensive mobility, Shulk becomes nigh indestructible. I believe he's able to withstand killing blows even at sudden death %. For example, he can escape out of a cross slash, I speak from experience, and I believe he can even escape out of a Bowser Whirling Fortress. Don't quote me on that though. Pressuring his shield with attacks becomes next to impossible too.
Is that edited? He can take a fully charged shield breaker with shield art?
Shield becomes so durable he can withstand
that can't be real.
Bomb and other guaranteed shield breaks like Volcano Kick and Bowser Ball. While not as pervasive due to Shulk being far less popular and the tech being very tight to execute compared to a foresight or a grenade, it does not change the fact that shield art's a crime against humanity and I will die on that hill no matter how bad Shulk is on the tier list.
Damn,
see, there's a difference between bending the rules of the game and breaking it. But what do you guys think about my choices? Do you agree with them, or do you think others deserve more attention? You're welcome to share in the comments down below.
What do the comments say? Spin dash block and electric to Ganon. This guy, he gets it. Okay, no, it's just people complaining. All right, well, we're going to take some unfair moves that we think are in the game, and we're going to spam them. Incineroar side B, no, that one's fair. There's at least a commitment there, you know. Game & Watch's up Bs, you know. Or his Nair. I like rarely use foresight intentionally, but it's so good. Guys, Snake is balanced. His grenade isn't broken, watch. I will mash B button, and I won't win. Wait, guys, grenade might be broken. Oh yeah, he's literally given up already. But you guys can agree it's his fault, right? Whoa, see, why isn't that moving in the video? Time him out. Okay, Loki, you might be right. You don't blame him? Throw those grenades back, man. Who's he back, Aaron? I want to time him out. He's just not approaching me, guys. This is his fault, right? Guys, maybe this move is broken. I definitely like am simply relying on this and nothing else. I've decided I want to time him out, so that's what I'm gonna do, goddammit. Oh, he didn't DI properly. My autopilot kicked in. All right, more unfair moves. Charge shot is up there. Mario up air is low-key up there. All right, check it out. Watch as I win with one move. Oh, you, oh. It's not working. Basically, all of the decisions like that he would make in neutral is because of charge shot. You know what I mean? Okay, why didn't I grab the ledge? Because now he has to respect charge shot like any given point, which means he's going to jump a lot more. Hence why forward air is so good. I wonder if this would combo. Okay. It makes your opponent rage quit. Corrin up air. He actually briefly mentioned that in the video. All those like window wiper up airs. Those are super spammable. It's funny they gave it to Sephiroth, but they like balanced the hell out of it, and it's super slow. It's like technically larger than all of the other ones, but like, who cares? Somebody wasn't having fun anymore. Isn't that so weird? Like, why is this hitbox moving that fast at that size with this little end lag? Why did they do that? 39. Have I proven my point? Not enough data. That was just a coincidence. No, really. Why did it just start like lagging this bad? Oh, we rage quit. Okay, I've gotten 2 rage quits by spamming broken moves over and over, guys. I don't think it's a coincidence. Maybe Vars was onto something. I forgot I'm fighting against an AI. And I can't just stare at them being stupid. Is pin broken or just annoying? Low-key, it's broken. But it's like situationally broken. It's like the only balancing factor is the situations you can use it in, I guess. What else do we got? Falcon Uppy, that move is unfair. I mean, it's not unfair, it's just obnoxious. He didn't even mention Bowser side B, but check this out. Let's make this obnoxiously large hitbox. Like the size of a projectile, right? But you can't reflect it or absorb it. Here we go. Here we go. Just shield it, man. Imagine if I was using my other moves in contention with this. Oh, you were in the air? That doesn't mean you're safe from grab, buddy. Alright, now let's see why this move is truly super freaking cool. I'm pretty good, right? And I'm not gonna rematch. Cool move, right, guys? I mentioned Mario up air. Let's just do that for like 5 minutes straight. I got cheesed? No, no, no. It's honest gameplay, good games. Thank you for coming to my chat. You know what? Since you're here, I'm gonna use you as a social experiment. Did you feel outplayed? Did you feel like what I did was fair to you? Answer honestly. Didn't ask you, Jenny. Said I got cheesed. Wait, I don't know. I don't know when he said that. No. Well, it's high-key my fault for getting hit by it, but was it fair? Now, do you guys think he's not doing anything about up air by choice? Nah. There you go. Thank you. It's unfair. Ask the victims. If I actually spaced that correctly, I probably would have killed him. Oh, how did I miss? I'm not even looking at the game, by the way, and I'm just up airing over and over. That's how cool this move is. Dude, are you trying to air me right now? Don't do that. My up air will win. Uh-oh. Okay, that's an unfair move. I just got shield poked at full shield. Can't believe that spiked. Guys, which Game & Watch move am I gonna pick? Is it Nair? Is it up air? Is it up B? If you guessed all 3, that's right, you win! 1 Mythra versus Game & Watch match. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't sign up for this. That'll be every time they approach. You're right. Broken are the moves that you know your opponent's gonna do, and then you just can't really do much about it. Okay, guys, remember that the video was initially about Aegis, so if you wanted to up, he had a shield. I got the character for him. There you go, there's Mythra. Will I get hit with foresight? Let's see if he'll use it. Well, bad Mythra player, he didn't watch the Vars video. Oh, he did it! You see, why did I spot dodge when I should have up beat? You just got gimped by a 4. I don't even know what that does. Banana is broken. Oh, watch. You guys want to see me counterplay snake grenades? It's on FD too. See how I just ignored it because there's a 4-second timer? See how I just ignored it? This dude loves just doing double jump. Now. There. Whoops. You know, haven't really been struggling with grenade that much, huh? He knew. Damn, I just kicked him in the back of the head. Kazuya Mishima. I'm not only doing good because of reflector, dude. I don't think any of my reflected grenades hit him, and I only started doing it towards the end. Diddy Kong Banana's broken, like unfair. Like Rob's gyro and down tilts are just unfair moves. But like, I feel like I've truly made my point already with a lot of those other characters where I only used those moves and my opponent rage quit. So what do you guys think of my Rob? You want to roll in this time? Only down tilt and down B, baby. Ooh, F tilt. Getting crazy. I was trying to down tilt. Is there a reason I don't use Rob in tournaments? Too hard. I have to think so hard when I play him. I can't do it. You know? Alright. I'll just play one more for funsies. Not really proving a point. And then I'll say goodbye to the video, if this one even makes it in the video. A well-timed forward air. Spot dodge merchant. Oh, another back air. Feeling crazy today, are we? Okay, I'm down to wrap it up there. I feel like I've made my point. Some of those other characters making people rage quit is always a good time for me. Looking at you, Corin, up there, and whatever the other one was that I made that guy rage quit with. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think is broken as far as moves go. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.